fell over the goal line. Vergelli with a shot from the point. Ricocheted off somebody's shoulder in front and nearly trickled over the line. Rob Nichols would have had a chance. Vergelli again. Shot up high once again. And this time UConn able to get a cleaner block. Camper scores! Jay Camper. Wildcats on the board first. Knocking it home from in between the circles.
Just a great job there by UNH to make sure that they have that presence in the grade A area. Very poised in that middle of the ice, not vacating it, waiting for the opportunity to have, you know, that middle ice occupied, to have that nice release by Jay Camper. And something that we talked about is winning the middle of the ice here. Take advantage of a turnover, and then Camper just releases the puck. And the best part about that is how quick his release is. Doesn't take any time. He just snaps it off. Goes over to the left top corner and just.
You know, as much as UNH and their offense has been clicking well, although not scoring a ton of goals tonight, as here's Cleveland serving it across. It pinballs its way in, and the Wildcats double the lead. And took a bounce in front. Nichols never had a chance, and UNH is up 2-0.
Big surprise. There he is, Tyler Kelleher again, but just a great job of making sure that you've got guys going to the net. Struck off transition again, took it all the way from his own end. And put UConn on their heels here and use their defensemen up ice. But just look at the offensive presence that UNH has at the net. Really get into the crease, make sure you're there. It's a very difficult play on the goalie's behalf to sit there with guys breathing.
Sidestepping his way through. Shot on the doorstep. Early got popped in the air. And UNH concedes off a bounce in front of the net. Daniel Taroni gave up the rebound. It got whacked in the back of the goal. And just like that, the Huskies are back in it.
And that's what we talked about earlier, right? We're at a 2-0 game. This is what UConn needed. They got one goal. They're back into it. It's a 2-1 hockey game. You take the shots, you put that aside. At the end of the day, you're measured off with the scores. It's 2-1. It's a great job. Nothing fancy. You know, Kirkland takes this puck, ends up great job possessing, but just even a greater job for Gerling to be sitting in front of that net and really not being denied. He's finding that puck, make sure that he puts that puck in. You know, UNH has got to make sure that they find sticks. That's the most important thing when you're defending in front of the net. It's not to find bodies, it's to find sticks, because that's the most valuable.
We were just talking a couple minutes ago about how UNH had continued on this pressure. All UConn needed was a couple good shifts in the offensive zone, and just like that, Trevor Gerling, the assistant captain for the Huskies, with his 10th of the season, second on this team in goal scoring. Cleveland over the line, score! Tipped in front by Downing, and the Wildcats regain a 2-goal lead.
Most important shift is that shift after a goal scored for UConn, and that's certainly not what they wanted after working hard to get this game to 2-1. They allow UNH to get back on top here 3-1 and enter off transition here, where they end up using the width of the ice. You know, Cleveland can shoot the puck. He's an offensive guy. They give anybody like that time and space. Again, UNH bearing down on Nichols right in front of the net.
Willows turning and firing, deflected to the corner board. Brush hoists it back into the corner. UConn able to come away with the puck, however. Well, only briefly. It's given right back to Willows. Dodging one man. Willows still with the puck. Somehow keeping control. Centering pass, score! It's Thrush on the back door, and UNH is up 4-1.
We just finished talking about possession, and you see Willows, he was so heavy over that puck. The turnover in the corner, but you just see how the possession game, again, is just in the favor of UNH. UConn turns the puck over, can't throw the puck to the middle of the ice. Willows does a great job here, making sure that he possesses this puck, sees that opening, and Thrush is on the back door to make sure that they pay off this. And great direction, deflection.
Since mid-December, taking on a UConn team that's had plenty of scalps in their first year in Hockey East and trying to cling on to that number 8 spot. They're tied with Maine entering the night and keeping track of that Maine Northeastern game. A shot, score! Willows buries number 5 for the Wildcats, and they extend the lead to 4 goals.
you what, he's one of those offensive players we talked about. You have to know where he is on the ice, but this is just outworking. You know, you see guys getting outworked for UConn, just one-on-one play. A lot of guys from UConn standing around, but credit to UNH. Grayson Downing wins his one-on-one battle, gets it to Willows, snaps it off, and